Hey there, Eric with you. Thanks so much for joining me. I wanted to speak to you today regarding something called EMF and how this is related to children's health. EMF stands for electromagnetic frequency, and this frequency is a form of radiation that is emitted from cell phones. And of course, we all know how much children are on cell phones these days. And again, they're being exposed over and over again to this EMF, which is again radiation. And children are exposed by it. It is actually absorbed into their tissue. So wherever they have the phone, this EMF, this form of radiation, is being absorbed into their body. Whether it's up to their ear, a lot of kids now will put it in their back pocket. So whatever this phone is, it is emitting a form of radiation. And again, when we're thinking about children, we have to consider that they're still developing. If it's up by their head, their skulls have not matured yet, so they're developing bodies. And again, the consistency of this exposure, of this radiation, is something that really needs to be brought up, and it is very concerning. Now, of course, when we're talking about absorption of radiation, especially with children, we have to think of how much time they are spending on their phones, and of course, how close to their body is the phone. Of course, the closer it is and the more time they're on the phone, of course, that means they're going to be exposed to more and more concentrations of this EMF, again, a type of radiation. And this type of absorption to children can affect their bone density, their strength of their bones. It can affect their brain activity, how their brain is functioning as they get older. But even as children, it can start to affect when they mature their infertility, and even it can cause insomnia, poor sleeping patterns. And to go a step further, and I'm sure you might already be thinking of this, when we hear the word radiation, of course, we think of cancer. And this has been a hotly debated topic, whether cell phones are actually a cancer-causing agent. There is more and more mounting evidence, though, that it is a cancer-causing agent. And even the WHO, the World Health Organization, has said, quote unquote, a possible carcinogen when talking about EMF. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. And of course, when we think of something harmful to children, or even the potential of being harmful to children, we want to be in a preventive state of mind. So of course, the number one way to help prevent any type of exposure to EMF, or at least lower levels of it, is to restrict how long our kids are on cell phones. So restriction is number one. Number two is how close, when they are using their phone, is it to their body. They can put it on speakerphone and still use it, so it's at a much further distance from their body. There's even a shield now that you can put over the phone that can prevent the amount of absorption, the amount of EMF that children are exposed to. If you go on Amazon and you just put cell phone shields, you'll see a whole list of different products you can buy that again will limit the amount of exposure. And then also you can also turn the phone on airplane mode, and that will also mitigate a lot of the radiation that is being emitted from the phone. So again, gosh, it's scary, but again, I think this has to be discussed. I want people to be aware of this. I want parents to be aware of this, that cell phones are emitting a type of radiation. It can be harmful. There is more and more mounting evidence again that it is a carcinogenic too. So please, if you can pass this on to as many parents as you know, again, let's be in a prevention state of mind where we limit how much time they're on it, how close it is to their body, put it on airplane mode, and even go invest in some products, some shields that can limit the exposure. All right, I hope that helps. I really appreciate if you can like this video so it spreads the word out further. And I'm going to be making more and more videos about the health and wellness of children, so I would love for you to join me and subscribe. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.